Everybody. We just got back from moving firefighters on the river up by our cabin for the last couple of weeks, and now we're going to get going on a pond that we're going to build. We're going to build a pond just through the woods right over here, so we're going to pack the dirt over here to raise the elevation all the way around our house. You can see it's kind of low here on the back side of my property. It's really low, and we're also going to bale the gravel out of it for the roads and the foundation for our house if we get to that next year. But I'll show you what my third oldest son, he just bought an 8-acre lot right next to me, which is between my lot and my second oldest son, Darren. So now we have 3 lots in a row, and I'll show you guys what he had been working on while we were up at the fire. So this is my road coming in right here. His road is going to come right down my property line. He already cut all the trees. He had a skid steer back here, peeled out most of the tundra. I've got a culvert to set, but I think I'm going to wait to do that till I got an excavator here. So what the plan is he's going to veer off onto his property right at the end of this. And then somewhere back here, I'm going to cut a little road in, probably right where all these little black spruce are. Cut a little road in through here to access the little pond. I'm going to put my sawmill over here. And I just spent the last day and a half cutting 50 huge trees on a job that my uncle had, where a new grocery store is going to North Pole. I was able to go cut all the big trees down, and they packed them all out for me. So I got to have somewhere to put all the logs and all the logs for the house that I cut down this spring. All that's going to go in here somewhere. So we're going to have the pond, the sawmill, and all the logs staged in here, and somehow make it look good and landscaped. I just happened to see this. I'm not really sure what it is. It kind of looks like a gun. It is a gun. Old 22. What are the chances of that? Yep. Little BB gun. Well, what I'm doing here is just trying to knock. I was going to rent a brush cutter. It's not really worth it. I'm just going to end up burying all this stuff anyway, so I just kind of knocking it down so I can get an idea of where the heck this is going to go. It's hard when you're in the spruce. But anyways, I'm just knocking down some of the stuff so I can figure out what I got to work with here. And I don't want it too close to the house, but I want to be able to kind of see it. Well, here's what we got done last night. Been working on it for about an hour this morning, just getting it cleaned up. Miranda and Owen are thinning out the brush between the house here, getting rid of all this little black spruce stuff. We can kind of see through it. Not sure what I'm going to do with that pile yet. I really wanted to have a raspberry hill out here. But I might dig a big hole and just bury all that stuff. And then the pit's going to go right here to the pond. And I think the sawmill and logs and stuff are going to go over here. Well, we pushed this pile up I don't know, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I've heard of little compost fires. You know they create heat, but I've never actually seen it. It's crazy. Well, here's what we got done yesterday. One of the reasons why we were in a big push to get this all cleared is because I just cut 50 trees down, and some of these we'll be able to use for on the house maybe. If not, we'll use them on another little cabin projects or run them through the sawmill. But there's 50 of these trees that I cut in one day. I was whipped after that. But yeah, we got them all cut one day. Now we're hauling them. Probably gonna take me longer to haul them than it did to cut them. But we're gonna stack them all right here for now. Well, we got 32 of the trees here. I've got to go to work tonight, so we're gonna have to finish hauling these tomorrow. Owen's gonna go up and do some work with the skid steer around the house. Yeah, it was a score. It worked out awesome. It only took me one day to cut because they had an excavator that could limb the first 24 feet for me. Then I would drop it, limb the next 15 feet, 20 feet, whatever I ended up cutting them at. And I just cut them. I didn't have to do it at the tops. I just cut them, and then they hauled the tops and brush off with a skid steer with a grapple on the front. Some of them are pretty nice. Some are big, but not straight. But we'll try to use them somewhere in one of the builds. But Hauling logs again today. That was a long one there. Well, we got all the logs home. There was 62 total. That's what Owen and I cut in one day. We worked our butts off for these, but we had help with some equipment after we dropped them and limbed them. They were carrying them off for us, so it was an awesome score for us. A lot of these we might be able to use on the house, or some of them, a few of them, and then the rest of them we're gonna probably build Aaron a little cabin. Might saw some of them up on the, or cut some up on the sawmill, but it took us longer to haul them than it did to cut them down.